The theme this morning around this topic, just do it, really comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of my heroes, one of the great philosophers of the middle 1800s, considered to be one of the founders of the transcendentalist movement. Back at that particular time, that was a term that was used, the transcendentalism of the 19th century, a group of people in the United States who, men and philosophers and so forth. And is this one, where he said, do the thing and you shall have the power. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, think about that. Now you look at that and you may say to yourself, well, okay, but there's nothing really new in that. I think it is fresh and new every time we think of the idea. Actually, the way he put it was, the law of nature is, do the thing and you shall have the power. Now there's a caveat on that. And that is that it means to do the right thing, okay? You can exercise power. You can do things and bring power into it, and it not necessarily be the right thing, but sooner or later, it's like you are undermining yourself. You are sowing the seeds of the destruction of whatever that is you're trying to accomplish. He goes on and he says this, in the same, this is out of the essay, Compensation. He makes this comment, he says, in labor, as in life, there can be no cheating. The thief steals from himself. The swindler swindles from himself. The gambler cannot extort benefit, which is, however, his with honest care and pains. It is yielded to him. So he's giving us the whole principle. Do the thing, and you'll have the power. But do the right thing. And in another place, in another one of his essays that supports this that I like very much, he says this: power ceases in the instant of repose. That is, the instant that you stop and begin to rest. Rest is good, but not if it's too permanent or too nearly permanent. And then he goes on and he says, however, it, that is power, resides in the moment of transition from past to a new state. In that movement, you see, the emphasis he's giving to this, the power involves the doing. It's a transition from where you were to where you're going, and it takes some doing in that particular process. Now, we've all heard the old cliche, not cliche, but the motto of Nike. And what is it? Just do it. Well, that's been around for a long time. I heard that when I was a whole lot younger than I am now, and before Nike ever adopted it. Just do it, and it's so true. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later, an experience that I had later on in life. But you know, some people just don't know what to do. I mean, you talk to them and they say, well, yeah, I know I should just do it, and then the power will come to me. I don't think they really believe that. And I don't think they really don't know what to do, but they will say, I'm not really sure, I just don't know what to do. And the big question is, what do you want in life? You say, well, I've been asked that question over and over and over, but you know, many people live lives not knowing what it is they want, because they're too busy wanting what others want. But you know what I mean? We get so busy looking at what somebody else wants that we never really begin to examine what's moving within us. There is something within every one of us. We have been created by this incredible intelligence. We call it God, we call it the universe, we call it the unknown. There are all kinds of names for this thing. But it's very personal to us, and we've been created out of it, by it, of it. And somehow or another, there has been implanted in each one of us some desires, some drives, some deep longings to express in particular ways. And this is what has to do with our individual expression in this life. And a lot of times we come along and we cover that up or not willing to face it because we get so caught up with what others or some others are doing or experiencing or having, and that becomes our desire. It's a desire to be able to match what they are doing rather than to unfold the incredible gifts and talents that reside within us. Want to be a success? Just go be a success. It's a decision that we make.